The news broke like thunder across the networks. Breaking. Eldrin falls. City collapses to spatial breach. Death toll unknown. Government confirms Class S rift event. Survivors report seeing children made of light before the explosion. Alaya watched from her vault monitor in silence. The image was grainy, shaky, taken from a survivor's wrist cam. A massive crater where the Capitol once stood. Strange violet clouds swirling above. And among the static, a child's silhouette. Small, barefoot, eyes glowing faint gold. "It looks like Elan," Kale muttered. Elia nodded once. "Because someone's tampering with memory again." Lyri stood behind them, clutching her charm. "I didn't dream that place," she said. "But someone made them think I was there." The vault responded with something new. World Notice Level 3 engagement confirmed. Temporal echoes of subject. Lyri Rivers, spreading beyond local time threads. Warning. Entities outside your timeline. Now aware of child signatures. Active scryers 7. Passive witnesses 14,003 and rising. The system pulsed once, then a sharp red line blinked. High threat, name detected, Viren Dane. Ilia's entire body went still. "No," she whispered. Kale turned slowly. "Who is that?" "He's not supposed to be alive." Viren Dane had been Elia's partner before the fall, before any vaults, before the world shattered. A genius with dimensional theory. A man with ideas too dangerous, too beautiful, too tempting. He built the first gate. He opened the first rift. He also betrayed her, selling her. Location to the Central Authority, after learning of her pregnancy. Said her family would slow the evolution of humanity. She left him bleeding on an obsidian altar in year 3, and now he was hunting them. "I need to leave," Elia said, rising from the vault's roots. "He'll come for us if I don't stop him first." Kale stood, blocking her path. "You're not doing this alone. I killed him once." Kale's gaze was cold. "Then let me help you do it right this time." She looked to her children. Elan was watching her with fierce determination. Lyri had gone very still. "Don't go to the spire," Lyri whispered. Elia paused. "What spire?" "I don't know," Lyri said softly. "But every time I try to see tomorrow, it ends there. It ends with you standing on a tower and saying goodbye." Elia's heart twisted. She kissed her forehead. "Then I won't stand on the tower." Lyri's voice was flat. "You always say that." That night, Lyri dreamed. But this dream was not hers. She stood in a garden made of red grass. Her brother, older now, maybe 16, stood on a hill of bone. And beside him, a younger version of herself. But that girl had black eyes, and when she smiled, the air bent around her. "Why do you keep running?" the other Lyri asked. "Why do you think Mama can save us from this?" "She can't stop what's already happened." Lyri stepped back. "You're not me." The girl grinned wider. "No, I'm what you'll become if you keep trying to protect everyone. I'm the version that wins." Lyri woke up screaming. The vault lights flickered. From the soil beneath her bed, vines with black leaves sprouted and died in a blink. Elia ran to her. Lyri sobbed into her mother's arms. "I don't want to become her," she whispered. "She kills people before they hurt us." Elia held her tight. "Then we teach you how to stop them without becoming her." Lyri blinked up. "But what if that version wins?" Elia's eyes flared. "Then we make a third version. One who never loses." The facility was buried beneath a false mountain. An artificial spire shaped to look like rock, but humming with dimensional tech that Elia knew was Varane's signature. She had designed half of it with him in another lifetime. Now she meant to burn it to the ground. Kale cleared the outer perimeter in silence. They moved like smoke, cloaked in vault shielding, blades drawn, vault fire whispering along their skin. Inside they found no guards, no drones, just silence. Too clean, too empty. "Trap?" Kale murmured. Elia didn't answer. Her heart was racing for a different reason, because the air inside this place smelled like Lyri. They passed halls etched in hexagonal patterns, past sealed glass chambers that blinked open at their approach, until finally they reached a chamber marked only Project Mirror Bloom 3X. Inside, a single containment pod, tubes, soft lights, and suspended in crystal fluid. A girl, floating, eyes closed, no older than 17, face soft, hair braided in Lyri's exact pattern. Identical. Too identical. Elia froze. The system scanned instantly. DNA match 99.9997%. Subject Leary Rivers. Cognitive imprint detected. Source, Vault Echo residue. Warning, consciousness active. Then the girl's eyes opened, and her first word was, "Mother." Elia stepped back. Cale immediately raised his blade, but the girl didn't move. She floated calmly, eyes glowing with fractured timelines, like her gaze was split across realities. Elia found her voice. "Who are you?" The girl blinked slowly. "You called me once? In the future you erased. I was the version who fought when you couldn't." "Mirror Bloom," Elia whispered. "One of Viren's theories. A clone not made from flesh alone, but from memory echoes. Constructed through harvested timeline fragments. A being built from what could have been." Cale growled. "We're destroying it. Now." But the girl's voice came again, clear, calm. "If you kill me, Leary won't survive the collapse. I remember what she doesn't yet. I remember what you don't." Ilia's hand trembled. "You're not her." "No," Mirror Bloom said. "But I am who she would have become. If you died." Silence filled the chamber. Then Elia whispered, "Why did Viren make you?" Mirror Bloom tilted her head. "He was trying to make a version of Leary that would obey." "Did you?" She smiled sadly. "I did. Until I remembered who I was supposed to be." She pressed a palm to the inside of the pod. "I'm not the villain, Mother. I'm the backup." Elia turned to the control console. One command could erase the clone completely. Another would free her. But the vault flickered with warning. Decision point, Project Mirror Bloom. Option A, terminate subject. No timeline conflict guaranteed. Option B, release subject. Timeline instability. Strategic value high. Cale growled, "You can't be serious." Elia stared at the girl. Mirror Bloom whispered, "I already fought for you. You just don't remember yet." After a long pause, Elia placed her palm on the glass. "I'm not your mother," she said. "But if you really carry her soul, even a fraction, then help me protect them this time." She hit release. The fluid drained. The pod opened. The girl dropped to one knee on the floor, breathing hard. When she looked up, her eyes were glowing with swirling time signatures. She spoke just 3 words. "He's already moving." Back in the vault shelter, Leary woke up screaming. The walls cracked. The lights blew out. And outside the barrier, for the first time, a single silver drone hovered in the sky, recording the vault tree from afar. Leary wouldn't look at her. Mirror Bloom sat quietly in the vault chamber, sipping tea like she belonged there. She wore one of Elia's spare cloaks. Her posture was calm, respectful. But her presence felt wrong. Too still, too precise, like a memory playing on loop. Elon kept glancing between them. "Why does she look like you?" he finally asked. Leary crossed her arms. "Because someone stole my timeline and made a fake version of me." Mirror Bloom looked up. "I'm not fake. You're not me." "No," Mirror Bloom said quietly. "I'm what you'll become if Mama dies." That made the room go silent. Leary stood. Her voice was sharp now. "Then I'll make sure you never have to exist." But Mirror Bloom only bowed her head. "That's what I want too." Elia watched them both, feeling her heart split. She had seen many forms of grief in her past life, loss, betrayal, guilt, but none like this. This was the grief of a child forced to meet the person she might become. This was too cruel. Meanwhile, outside the vault, the world burned with fear. Viren Dane appeared on every still-functioning city broadcast, surrounded by advisors wearing mirrored helmets and void tech sigils. His voice was smooth, polished, persuasive. "I speak not as a scientist, but as a father of the future. There are children out there, born from the ashes of an altered world. They do not belong to our time. They do not belong to our rules, and they do not belong to us." He held up a blurry still of Elon, taken from the Eldrin Falls incident. His eyes glowed in the photo. Then Leary, caught mid-blink, her shadow distorted and flickering. "These children are walking fractures, temporal anomalies. If left unchecked, they will undo us all." The screen flashed red. Bounty notice, code, Eclipse spawn. Subjects, Elan Rivers, Leary Rivers. Status, dead or alive. Reward, 1.3 million credits each. Global level threat. Elia smashed the screen. Her knuckles bled. Inside the vault, Cale reinforced the living barriers. Mirrors were removed. Scrying wards activated. But none of it stopped the reality from sinking in. They were no longer hiding. They were being hunted, Leary stopped eating. She started whispering to herself more. Sometimes Aaliyah would catch her staring at a wall for minutes, frozen, like she was trying to choose between versions of reality. Alon got angry, trained harder, punched stone until his hands blistered. And Mirror Bloom. She waited, quiet, uninvited, unmoving, until one evening, as Leary sat alone by the vault tree, Mirror Bloom approached and knelt before her. She said only one thing. "I don't want your life, but I remember loving Mama too much to let her die again." Leary's hands trembled. "How did she die?" she asked, voice barely a breath. Mirror Bloom didn't look away. "She took the hit meant for me." That night, Leary finally cried. And when Aaliyah held her daughter whispered, "If I become her, will you still love me?" Aaliyah didn't answer. She just held her tighter and made herself a silent promise. "Even if my daughter becomes death itself, I will still choose her." At the edge of the forest, the first bounty hunter arrived, and the vault whispered, "First wave approaching. Estimated arrival as 03:27 a.m. Targets, all of you. 03:27 a.m. The vault trembled awake before the alarm even sounded. Aaliyah was already up, boots on, blades strapped, her heartbeat a war drum. The system whispered, 4 signatures detected. Class B+ operatives. Status, stealth neutralized. Accessing names. The display flickered. Recognition match, Obsidian Fang. Specialty, anti-magic, anti-mutation, temporal break squads. Mission, secure or neutralize Eclipse spawn. Aaliyah didn't curse. She didn't panic. She simply said, "Wake the children." Kale and Mirror Bloom were already armed. When she arrived in the shelter's inner hall, Elon stumbled out of bed barefoot, hair wild, panic rising in his chest. "They're here?" "Yes," Aaliyah said. "And this is your moment." Leary didn't speak. She was already fully dressed, already gripping her time charm with white knuckles. "I dreamed of one of them," she whispered. "She kills fast." "Then we'll kill faster," Kale muttered. They came through the sky. Drop pods, silent, burning violet. 4 streaks of light crashing into the forest around the vault like comets. Leary watched the final one approach. Not fast, not loud, smart. This one wore a helm of memory steel, a null zone around his body, designed to suppress precognition. He moved in silence, blade drawn, targeting her specifically. But Leary had changed. She wasn't looking ahead anymore. She was looking across. All timelines, all echoes. And she saw a version of herself, not scared, but furious. That version moved, and so did she. She blinked forward 2 steps, dodging the blade before it swung. Her charm pulsed once, and time stuttered. Suddenly there were 3 Learys for a breath. Each one swung her hand. Only one made contact, but that one mattered. She touched the attacker's helmet and whispered, "Forget how to fight." The mercenary dropped his blade, dropped his stance, and collapsed in confusion as every combat memory evaporated. Silence followed. Smoke curled in the air. Ash floated like snow. Aaliyah stood in the clearing, her children at her side, the dead at her feet. Mirror Bloom wiped her blade clean and said softly, "More will come." Aaliyah nodded. "Yes, but now the world knows." She turned to her children. "To come for you. They'll have to go through all of us." Later that night, the system pinged again. World notice updated. Eclipse. Spawn status escalated to Omega tier threat. Subclass timeline anchors confirmed. New bounties, Mother, Kale, and unregistered clone, Mirror Bloom. Council level attention incoming. Aaliyah watched the vault screen fade, and in the dark she whispered, "Let them come. We're not prey anymore.